the United States at a very interesting time. Like the first time I moved here was in 92. At that time in the schools that I went to Cherry Creek schools at that time, there wasn't a lot of Hispanic kids there. And the program, for example, for ESL was just getting started. It was in its infant stages. They literally were piloting ESL in those schools at the time. And it was such a worldly experience to be part of that, because there was literally kids from every nation. There was Chinese kids, Japanese kids, Taiwanese, Mexican, Guatemalan, Salvadorian, so it was such a neat experience for me. So early on in my experience in the United States, I just was able to witness and experience diversity.
Sin pensarlo me tomé la maldita bebida. Ella confiada de poder acabar con mi vida.
I started playing the guitar around when I was 12. He was like really pushing me into it, and I was very interested in it. But it wasn't until I found my own way, until he brought me to the door, I found my own way through music. And years later, when I finally did join his band at 16, was the lead guitarist for El Cro. And that's where I really honed my skills. I was really getting into soloing and things like that. I could see the energy of my dad performing on stage, seeing the connection, and just taking that in and learning from him and knowing how powerful that tool is, right? To be able to communicate to people through words, through music, through energy is something invaluable. And I think that I'll be always grateful to be able to experience that with a family member such as my dad. And then, you know, even in my generation with my sister, be able to experience that exchange of energy on stage and doing things together to communicate our message.
Y me amarré ya de los pies con más mentiras. Ella confiada de poder acabar con mi vida.
I like to play original music. I feel like it's the best way to express the soul. The human soul is an expressive instrument, of course, utilizing our vocals, our hands, in combination with instruments. And I think it's important to play an original composition that you create. Like I said, it's an expression of the soul. And that's what we've done with iZCALLi and all along in my career, and now doing solo work as well. Just being able to have the privilege of creating your own music and being able to express it and have people connect with it is a big deal for us.
Fuiste arrepentida.
Yeah, writing original music for me, it comes naturally, like I said, and it can come at any time. You could be walking down the street, driving in the car, you get this little itch in your ear. A lot of times it comes to me in the form of a beat, most of the time. I'm a guitarist, but I'm like a drummer at heart. That's my favorite instrument, actually. But you know, when it comes to me, I'll start thinking about the beat, and then second comes the bass line, which is like the groove, what really keeps people dancing and moving.
Todo el dolor que te aferrabas a cargar, terminé cargando con él. Y uno tras otro fuimos vetados de mi propia casa de papel. Y poco a poco.
Our music can be described as loud, energetic. Some of it is soothing. My solo work is more like ballad stuff. And in that case, a lot of the times, instead of the beat, I'm thinking more of the lyrics and what the message behind the music, what the flow of the music is what I'm trying to speak.
Y yo sé que queda poco tiempo para dar marcha atrás. Secándose no hay más que hacer.
At the time when I came up with the name for the band, I was looking to utilize that as a stage and an avenue to create a new movement here, especially here in Denver, but specifically in the United States, so like with the Latin music scene. The direct translation for the word iZCALLi, it comes from a Nahuatl word that means rebirth, renacimiento. It also is the last month of the Aztec calendar, so it's about, recreating something, just a new beginning, essentially.
Y uno tras otro fuimos vetados de mi propia casa de papel. Y poco a poco fuimos creyendo en la hipocresía de tu fe.
I haven't really thought about the instrument itself giving me certain feelings. I guess if I had to name something, it's empowerment. Just being able to feel like I can say anything I need to say, whether it's using the guitar rhythmically as a platform for my lyrics, or using it as a lead instrument, right? A guitar solo, a way to express also what I have inside. So empowerment would probably be the best way to describe that. Don't be afraid to fail, because that's, I think, one of the things that holds us all back. When you're thinking about it too much, or just putting a lot of negative energy into positive things. When you're thinking like, man, like, are people gonna like my song, or like, do I look good enough to be on stage? Things like that, things that hold you back. So being confident, being not afraid of failing, because someone is always gonna come around and tell you that you're not good enough, and that's okay, because that's only their opinion, right? And also not comparing yourself to others, because there's always going to be someone better than you and someone worse than you. It's always going to be the case.
Sé que queda poco tiempo, casa de papel. Y yo sé que queda poco tiempo, sé que queda poco tiempo, casa de papel.